Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Cleveland Sports 360 with your host LG. It is September 23rd, 2013. That means we are going live. And ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, here's the man, LG. LG, take it away.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Cleveland Sports 360 show. We got a Browns win. How about that? Has hell frozen over, Leaf? Has the world come to an end? Have anybody been killed that you know? What the hell happened? Is the sky falling in? The Cleveland Browns actually won a football game, man.
They're going all the way, LG.
Can you believe it?
I'm telling you, I believe it.
Holy smokes.
I saw it and I believe it, LG.
I want to put a big bitch out to all those crybaby Browns fans that were ready to jump ship. Oh, the Browns are giving up. No, they got rid of Trent Richardson. He's the best offensive weapon we got. What are you guys on, some kind of drugs me and Leaf haven't even heard about yet? Let me tell you something, folks. Leaf and me been doing drugs a lot longer than some of you been breathing. Right, Leaf? Right? We know about drugs, but we've never heard of a drug that makes anybody hallucinate to the extent that some of these crybaby sons of a bitch Browns fans were crying all last week. Oh, they traded Trent Richardson. Let me tell you, Richardson had a frickin' shitty day in the, with the Indianapolis Colts yesterday. Sure, he scored a 1-yard touchdown. He's the man. He's the man, right? He rushed 13 times for 35 yards for a 2.7 yard per carry average. What a frickin' joke that is, man. Maybe he's going to learn a lesson from Bradshaw over there for the Colts. The guy touched the ball 19 times for 95 yards. He's got a 5-yard per carry average. Are you kidding me? 2.7 yards. This guy's a beast. Bradshaw was taken as the 250th overall pick in the NFL draft in the 7th round, and the guy is a solid running back that averages 5 yards per carry, and people are whining about the Browns getting rid of Trent Richardson. Are you freaking kidding me, people? Come on, man. Wake up. Smell the coffee. This guy is a bust. He should have never been taken as the 3rd overall pick in an NFL draft, and Mike Holmgren screwed the pooch on that one, just like he did on Brandon Weeden, this bust-out piece of shit that thinks he's a quarterback. Are you kidding me? We put a kid in there yesterday for his first NFL start for a Cleveland Browns team, and he delivers a win. Not only did he deliver a win, he threw for 3 touchdowns in the first half of a game. That's the 3 touchdowns total for the game. That's 200% more than Brandon Weeden has thrown all season long. Are you kidding me? Oh, we can't win. We got no Trent Richardson. We got no Brandon Weeden. We can only hope that Brandon Weeden no longer is the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Rob Chazinski put the kibosh on the trade rumors of Josh Gordon. He says Gordon ain't going anywhere. We're going to believe that when we see it with this new Browns front office. But I got to tell you, people, right now, Mike Lombardi looks like a genius bringing in Brian Hoyer so far this season. He's got the only win that the Cleveland Browns had, and right now, after 3 games, and the Browns have a better record than they had in 2012 with Brandon Weeden, a first-round draft pick, number 22 overall, coming to this team and completely screwing up the frickin' organization that we used to enjoy watching football. I got to tell you, watching the Browns yesterday was an enjoyable game. It was an exciting game, and it made us Browns fans realize what it is to see good football once again. Sure, the kid threw 3 interceptions. One of them, the guy was attacking his arm, and he couldn't get the ball out, but the other 2 was clearly Hoyer's fault. He's going to grow. He's going to learn from the experience. He shook it off. He moved his feet well in the pocket. He avoided, and people go, oh, well, he had better pass protection than Brandon Weeden. Bullshit, people. You didn't watch the same game I watched because he was sacked 3 times. He was hit on 8 other occasions. Hoyer was able to move his feet and get the hell out of the way. He looked a little reminiscent of a Tom Brady avoiding the quarterback rush at certain times during that game. We got to pray to God that the Cleveland Browns come to their senses and do not start Brandon Weeden. Oh, can you imagine how bad he would be? Oh, he hasn't thrown a football since he hurt his thumb. The thumb injury that we've never seen a replay on yet. Well, Brandon Whedon hurt his thumb and he had to leave the game. Yeah, okay. Most of the times people get poked in the eye. You see it on the film 22 times before the game's over. You know what I'm talking about, Leaf?
I hear you, LG.
Well, I got to tell you, man. We got a poll up on the Cleveland Sports 360 site right now. So get yourselves out your computers. Go to clevelandsports360.com. Don't forget to follow us and like us on Facebook. Visit the Cleveland Sports 360 page on Facebook. Press the like button. And I got to tell you, man, 93.49% of the votes have been casted in favor of Hoyer getting the start against the Cincinnati Bengals this Sunday. 1.18% in favor of Campbell getting the start, and 5.33% in favor of Brandon Whedon getting the start. You see how lopsided this is? 93.49% of the vote casted in favor of Brian Hoyer getting the start against the Cincinnati Bengals. And this Browns organization would be foolish not to start Brian Hoyer this Sunday when they take on their AFC North rival Cincinnati Bengals in the Battle of Ohio, Part 1, 2013 edition, folks. We got to put Hoyer back out on the field, man. I like winning. I like the excitement this kid brought. He put the ball right in the right spots most of the time. He could have buckled after throwing 3 interceptions. He had to wear a thaw to shake it off. He went on. He knew that the next play was just as important as all the other plays in the game. He knew what he could do. He drove the ball downfield, 53 seconds left on the clock. What does he do? He delivers the Cleveland Browns their first victory of the 2013 NFL season, folks. That's something right there that Brandon Whedon has yet to do. He has yet to win in 2013, and I doubt that he's going to win if we put him in against the Cincinnati Bengals. This kid, Brian Hoyer, has something Brandon Whedon doesn't have, and it's called heart, it's called determination, and it's called the will to win, and that's what it takes to get out there and lead your team to victory. This team is already looking up to Brian Hoyer as a leadership role. That's something I don't think Brandon Whedon has ever had either in this Browns organization, folks. But that's enough for the Browns right now. Get to the clevelandsports360.com website, find that ballot, vote for who you want Chazinski to start this Sunday against our AFC North rival, Battle of Ohio, Part 1, the Cincinnati Bengals, when they visit us here at First Energy Stadium and take on the Cleveland Browns this Sunday. I say it's got to be Hoyer. We got to give this kid another chance to get out there and show us that he can get the job done. Ain't that right, Leaf?
You're right, LJ.
There you have it. Leaf's chiming in. What's the matter? Your mic button broken? You stupid son of a gun. Hey, we're going to take a break from talking Browns football. We're going to visit with some ladies that have something to do with the New Jersey Waves. In case you don't know it, the New Jersey Waves is a fast-pitch softball team. 2013, we just heard about Bobby Riggs fixing the tennis match against Billie Jean King not too long ago. They said Bobby Riggs had a shitload of gambling problems and he was indebted to the mafia, so he threw the match for the Battle of the Sexes. Well, we got the Battle of the Sexes 2013 coming up, and it's going to be the New Jersey Waves against the Diamond Kings. Unfortunately, we don't have any members from the Diamond Kings able to join us on the Cleveland Sports 360 show tonight, so I say they're already down when it comes to beating these women, because these women sure knew how to live up to their responsibility, and they're here to join us live right now. Kelly Dodson and Robin Bumpus. Robin, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Tell us your last name, because I'm just going to screw it up.
Well, it's Bumpus-Penoyer. My married name is Penoyer, but my playing name was Bumpus for most of my career.
So that was your real name, Bumpus, right? It wasn't for Button the baseball or anything like that. That was your God-given name. Because I tell you, that's a killer.
My God-given name. From, a little bit of a French derivative there.
That's a killer name for a baseball player. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
I like it. I like that, Bumpus. We're just going to call you Robin Bumpus. But, Robin, tell us a little bit about yourself. I guess you're the host of this tournament. It's called Kids for Kids. And tell us exactly what's going on here.
Well, Well, we've been doing a lot in our area for softball. We've got a fall softball league going, and we've been trying to get some things off the ground for our girls in this area. We see events all over the area for boys, and whether it's football, baseball, basketball. And we decided that we're just going to pull out all our hats and stops and get out there and host a tournament and try to have some fun this fall. Celebrate the leaves falling, the balls rolling, and apple pie.
There you have it. So tell us a little bit about how does this benefit the kids?
Well, this is, we're trying to keep it cheap for the kids as well. There's a lot of events out there that are pretty expensive. So the girls that will be playing in this tournament, wherever they come from, teams from all over, the actual fee that is that they pay to play in this tournament is going to actually go to the Children's Miracle Network in Paxton, St. Luke's, of Utica. So basically, the kids are playing for other kids. They have an opportunity to play. It's not expensive, so they're not asked to be paid $1,500, $2,000 a pop to play. It's just come, put your glove on, get your cleats, bring your friends, play some ball, and by playing ball, you're giving that to other kids in your community that can't step out on the field right now.
Now, let me ask you a question, Robin. Obviously, we got Kelly Dodson on the line. I'm sorry, Kelly, I mispronounced your last name like an idiot.
That's all right.
But Kelly, obviously, you're a member of the New Jersey Waves, right?
Correct.
And you're going to actually take on the Diamond Kings, right?
Yes. We're going to take on the men's Diamond Kings fast pitch team. And I guess I can go on right now and say I think they were scared of us. That's why they didn't come on this show. But it's all in fun. We're here to help the kids and, and have some fun, too. It'll be a nice competitive game. And, the men's team has a very competitive team. They're going to be in, I know they've already scheduled, they're going to be playing international teams in, against other international teams in Walt Disney, Florida, come January.
That's if they.
I know they're.
That's if they can find a place, Kelly.
Yeah, that's if they can find a place. You're right. They're a mixture of the Canadian.
They might end up at that other place. They might end up in California at Disneyland instead of Disney World, or vice versa.
Yeah,
with the way things,
down in Walt Disney, yeah.
the way things
So
are
we
already
clarify
starting
that
out
for
here, they came
Well,
and
they're
find.
going to tell them that they're playing men. We're going to tell them they're going to be playing men's teams instead of the women's teams. Maybe those.
That way they won't be as afraid, right?
Yes, exactly. Maybe they'll show up there.
So Kelly, tell us a little bit about the New Jersey Waves and where do these girls come from?
A little bit of all over. We have a mixture of players. We have some from Brooklyn. We have New York. We have some other places there in Utica, Syracuse, New York. A mixture of players. We have some past former players, I should say, of the professional team from the MPF, which was called the Philadelphia Force. We'll have some of those players. And some other very professional players that are coming. So it'll be fun. It'll be competitive, and we're looking forward to the challenge. Very competitive.
Now, Kelly, I don't want to be like an idiot or nothing here, but the New Jersey Waves is definitely a fast pitch softball team. Is that correct?
Yes.
Because
yes.
we
have played in slow pitch, but we are a fast pitch team. Yes.
Because a lot of people hear the word softball and they think it's easy, but when you start talking fast pitch, it's an entirely different ball game, isn't it?
Totally different. And that's where Robin, as a pro player, and all her experience could give you a lot of that information. She's played against the best, So
Robin,
I'll turn that over to you, Robin.
Robin, tell us a little bit about your baseball and your fastball, your fast pitch softball playing experience. Tell the people who we have here.
Yeah. Well, it started off in high school, winning a few state championships. A couple of national no-hit records, consecutive no-hit records with 7, few perfect games here and there. headed off to the University of Minnesota, where I was fortunate to be able to step on the field as a freshman and play under the greats like Linda Wells and Fritz Wilson and John Rittman. I learned a lot from all those coaches there, winning a Big Ten title. And after college, I played a ton of softball. Every summer I was traveling back and forth to Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Ohio, every national tournament that you could imagine. And then I finally, after having 2 kids, I had the opportunity to actually play in the PFX, which was a professional tour going on at the time. And, playing with the likes of Mendoza and Richardson and Fernandez and all of those names of the game. I've kind of spanned the last 20, 25 years out there playing with and against the best in the game. Done a little international travel, played with Puerto Rico, been over the Netherlands, played with them, and hosted some people here. So it's been a great experience, a long time out on that field, and hopefully we can, put on an amazing event here for our girls to see.
And tell us, when is the exact event taking place? I believe, what is it, October 12th?
Yep, October 12th and 13th. The actual exhibition game that we're putting on here, it will be on the 12th at 2 p.m.
And where is that going to take place?
Yeah, that's going to be in Sherrill, New York. It's 30 minutes southeast of Syracuse, about 25 minutes from Utica, almost smack in the middle of both of those cities. It's Sherrill, New York. It's New York's smallest city, and it is small, but and it's located basically in the heart of central New York.
Now, obviously, you're the person that put this entire tournament together, and I just have to ask you, because I've talked to a lot of fast pitch players in my day, and it seems like once you've been involved with fast pitch, it stays in your blood. So maybe you're not playing as much anymore these days, but you're still involved and you're still trying to get people interested in the game. What is it about fast pitch softball that gets into your souls and that keeps you coming back and doing things like this, Robin?
I think it's just you work so hard, especially as a pitcher, a catcher. You work, well, even hitters. You work so hard to get to a point where you can play at those elite levels. You have to have passion to work that hard. It's, the whole 10,000-hour rule to master something. Once you put that kind of work and time into it, it's hard to put down. You can't just walk away from it. It sometimes becomes a love-hate relationship. But it's also, for me, it's also about giving back to all of the kids in our area. I've done it for years. I've worked with kids from every school district, basically, that surrounds me. I've traveled, done clinics, camps throughout the Northeast, out in the Midwest. It's hard to say what it is, but I think it's just the ability to master something and be able to teach that to somebody else. I think is a thrill for me. Playing is, the culmination of all the work that you put in. It's just nice to be out on that field and continue to do it at any point in time, day or night, 20-degree weather, 80-degree weather, 110-degree weather. It's a passion. It's a love. You can't really put a name on it, but it's like anybody that puts, their heart and soul into their profession or their game. That's what it is. It becomes your life.
Well, I can't help but to notice that, like I said, everybody that I've talked to, whether it's men or women, once they've been involved with the game of fast pitch, they've never been able to just walk away and say, that's it, we're done. They've always tried to give something back to the kids. The people I've talked to had such a love for the sport that they think you have to pass it on to the youths and get the younger generation involved in the game, so that it kind of like it takes its its next generation of great players can be born. It's like we can't let this sport die. They're always rejuvenating it, it seems. And if you've ever watched, I'm talking to the audience, obviously, Robin, not you, but I just want to tell the audience, if you've ever watched these ladies play fast pitch softball on TV, these are some passionate people that really get emotional out there on the field, and they're giving 110%. I think it's nicer to see the girls playing the game emotionally. They're more involved in the game, it looks like anyways. than the men are. I mean, what's your take on that, Robin?
Well, I don't know if I can say that, they have any more or less heart, but we certainly do have a lot of passion and heart for the game. It's excitement. We like to sweat and breathe and get involved and make plays and dive and get dirty. I mean, just like anybody else that plays an athletic event. It's just, a competitive. We like to be competitive. There's nothing wrong with being competitive and strong.
No.
So that's part of us that we like to get out there and show.
Well, obviously you're in great shape, probably. But let me ask you a question. Obviously, you live in the New York area, Robin?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
And are you familiar with this guy named Brian Burroughs-Ingalls?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got to watch out for this guy, especially when he gets near this women's team, because, he's kind of like a ladies' man. And I'm just cautioning you now to keep these girls safe, because this guy, he probably wants to date a few of them, and he might do this to throw their game off a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I'll be there. I'll watch out for him.
On that.
I'm not kidding you. Brian Burroughs-Ingalls, I'm giving you fair warning now. He might distract a few of your female players there, Kelly, and you want to watch out for that. He had a sister that's a hell of a baseball player, too. Are you familiar with his sister, Robin?
I've heard of her here and there, yeah. I think she played a little bit before my niece at a college here.
Right.
I've heard of her.
She's really something, according to Brian, so I don't know if he would try to distract the women's team or not, but I know Burroughs-Ingalls, he's like a ladies' man. I'm just giving you fair warnings now. Kelly, tell us, your team, you're going to take on the Diamondbacks. When is this game? I mean, obviously it's a 2-day tournament. When is the game, the Battle of the Sexes, going to take place?
It's going to take place on the 12th. We're going to be there at 2 o'clock on the 12th. We're going to play. And we're really looking forward to it. It's built up quite a rivalry here in the surrounding areas. We got people coming from Pennsylvania to watch the game, as well as New Jersey and New York, even as far as from Brooklyn and other areas. They're going to come, and also, the thing is too, we want to play them and be competitive and show them what we know. But also, I just want to put it out there too. Our passion is for the sport, and we just wish we could, sometimes in the professional game of the sport, is get paid a little bit more, like the men's sport as well. But
that seems to be.
I want to put out there. So there might be a little more rivalry here in this game. So we'll see.
What do you think, you guys? I'm not asking you to predict a winner or anything, but do you think the women can actually beat these Diamond Kings? What's your take on that, Kelly?
Oh, definitely. I have no doubt we're gonna win the game, and I don't want to predict how many runs because they're pretty good team, the men's team. But we're gonna give them a fight. We're gonna give them a fight, and we're gonna win. If I had to predict, I'd say by at least 3-4 runs at least.
Wow. You're very confident coming into this Battle of the Sexes. Yeah. Kelly, are you familiar with some of the players that are on this Diamond Kings team?
I know a few of them. I know the one that you mentioned was Brian Burroughs-Ingalls will be one of the players. And as far as the other guys, I'm not sure, but I know Brian will be there. And that's the only one I know that is definitely going to be there. So.
Well, obviously, Justin Tersini is going to be there, right?
I presume he's the manager of the team, so I presume yes.
Dwayne Curtis.
Dwayne Curtis from both of those guys are from Canada, so
right.
Those guys will most likely be there. As far as their team, they're kind of keeping it quiet as well as us. We're trying to keep our players quiet so they don't know how good we are. So
a little bit of psychology, right?
Yes.
A little
yeah, we're trying to put a little
gamesmanship here.
strategy in it,
A little gamesmanship taking
Yes.
place behind the scenes, I see.
Yeah.
And and I got to tell you, you may want to go to the Diamond Kings website and take a look and see what their roster looks like, Kelly. That'll give you a little insight of some of the players that are available to these guys in case you got to get some reinforcements. They got some great players.
Yeah.
They got some guys that played right with Eddie Feigner and the King in his court. You know that, don't you?
Yeah. Yes, I do. I sure do.
And none of that scares you at all, does it?
No, not a bit. We have former MPS players, some of the national team players. So we're not scared. We've got some great talent, and everybody come out and watch and see your favorite players. Maybe they're going to be playing.
I'll tell you, Robin, it sounds like this is going to be one heck of a great baseball game because this Kelly's showing a lot of confidence here and nothing seems to rattle her. What's your take on that?
Well, I'm right behind her with the confidence thing. It makes me want to throw on my cleats and put my glove on and throw myself.
We'd love that, Robin. If you could do that, we'd love it. Come on out and throw it inning with us.
Now, Robin, let me ask you.
Try it inning.
Let me ask you, Robin, if you pitched as well as you pitched in your career, and obviously you don't do it that often anymore, are you still able to wind up and throw that softball as fast as you used to throw it?
Well, I don't know if I can throw it as fast as I used to throw it, but I could give it a try because that's what I do when the fire starts burning in my pit. It just makes me want to get out there and throw it. You know, I might give it a whirl just to see what happens. I'll have to do a little stretching, do a little icing afterwards. But when there's a competition and it's near me, I'm one of the ones that wants to step out there, take the ball, and get it done. So
the competitive juices start flowing again, right?
Yeah, they do. It's hard to turn off.
Now, let me just ask you, because I know the answer to this question when it comes to the men, but how fast do these women actually throw that softball?
Yeah, well, comparatively, depending on who you're talking to, and who's got the gun behind the fence and stuff, your average top pitcher's around 64, 65, they'll pop a pitch up to 68, 70. And some of them are, getting to consistently around 70, 68, 70 miles an hour now. And, those girls are way bigger than I am, tall-wise, length-wise. But that's comparative to like a baseball thrown in the high 90s.
Yeah, because people don't understand that the fast pitch is actually closer. The pitcher's actually closer to the plate, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely.
So your reaction time is... Your reaction time is not nearly as what it is in, like, let's just say Major League Baseball when you're talking guys throwing in the 90s. How much closer to the plate are you than a Major League ball player?
Well, we throw at 43, and 43 feet. By the time we release the ball, I would say we're a good 36 feet. To the plate. 40, well, maybe.
Yeah. So the reaction time of the batter is hardly nothing, right?
Oh, it's, milliseconds to hit that ball. I mean, if somebody comes up there and tries to swing like a baseball player, they're normally going to get struck out. You have to shorten your swing and get through the zone much quicker.
So what's your take on that, Kelly, when you see these guys like Dwayne Curtis going to the mound and he's going to try to intimidate you a little bit? I mean, what's your take when you step up into that batter's box? What is going through your mind at that time?
Well, not myself. I won't be in the batter's box. I am now just an owner of the team, and the team will be up there hitting my players. But the thing with the men, I believe, they play with a little bit of a hop when they go to pitch. So it's quite different from the women. So we're playing the women's rules, and we're going to be playing at 43 feet. And they have to keep 1 foot on the mound when they go to pitch. So it's going to be quite of a adjustment.
So you're going to limit these guys a little bit. Then they're not going to be in the same game that they're used to playing in.
Well, we're not going to limit them. We think we're advancing them to play better. That's our take on it. So they can play our rules and see how we play.
Absolutely.
It's definitely a little different, the men's pitching from the women's pitching. I pitched a little in the men's league years back, and, they're allowed to step back and rock and hop and jump and leap, and, we have to start with 2 feet on the rubber and have to keep a foot on the ground, and so we have a few things that constrain us from getting too far out there and too, hoppy, jumpy, but it'd also be like to see if some of these men can, they're going to be strong and everything, but maybe, I don't think it'll slow them down much at all, but it definitely is going to show them what we have to do out there on the mound to be successful.
Now, do the same rules apply in fast pitch as regular, like, 3 strikes, you're out, 4 balls, you get a walk? I mean, it's all the same, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and in softball, you can throw a knuckleball, a curveball, a drop ball, a rise ball, different changeups. So you can throw everything and then some in fast pitch softball too. Wow,
that's pretty intense when you're talking a softball, because I can't even imagine a knuckleball softball coming at you at 68 miles. Well, it's obviously a little slower than the fastball, I'd imagine, but still, I mean, that's quite an object to try to throw a knuckleball with, right?
Yeah, it can be done, and it's one of my favorite pitches. I mastered it in college. Linda Wells showed me that pitch back at Minnesota, and I just took it throughout the years and used it when I could, and it's an amazing pitch because people don't expect it to be floating, breaking in every direction.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's quite an object to be doing that with. So it's got to be an intense pitch to see coming at you. Now, tell us, do you guys have a website, Robin? Do you have anything you would like people to go check out? This is the time. You have a Twitter page, follow you on Facebook. Tell us how people can get a hold of Robin Bumpus and follow you and stay in tune with what's going on with these tournaments.
Yeah, well, right now the best way is Facebook. It's a great tool to use to get out there, and it's Robin Bumpus-Penoyer. All you got to do is find me on Facebook, friend me, and we'll keep in touch.
I hate to do this to you, but please spell that for our audience, just in case, and go slow, so in case somebody's writing it down.
Yep, it's Robin. It's Robin with an I, and it's Bumpus, and it's BUMPUS-Penoyer, Penoyer.
There you have it, folks. Follow her on Facebook, and you can definitely stay in tune with what's going on in the fast pitch softball tournaments, especially Kids for Kids coming up October 12th in New York. You can travel, take a little holiday, take the weekend off, and go see the Battle of the Sexes. Kelly, how about you now? This New Jersey Waves team, obviously you're the owner. Your girls are all psyched up. You told them you're going to take on a team called the Diamond Kings, and what was the reaction of your girls?
Oh, they're excited. They can't wait for the opportunity. They're very excited and looking for the challenge. It can only make us better, and everybody's excited. So just can't wait to get the opportunity to show them a few things.
Now, Kelly, tell us, is this just going to be the one game against the men and that's it? Winner takes all, or how's this work?
Well, we're in the stages. We have one other game booked in May. At another tournament, we're working out the finalization on that. We're waiting tonight to find out another one, actually in Allentown, Pennsylvania. So we're waiting to get the word tonight. The meeting will be at 8 o'clock tonight. So we'll find out if we're going to be playing at the next stadium. So hopefully looking for probably several in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and possibly Las Vegas and Florida.
Now tell us, if somebody wants to follow the New Jersey Waves, do you guys have a website?
We will be getting our website up within the next few days. It should be www.newjersey, and you have to spell it out, NewJerseyWaves.com.
And obviously it's waves like in the ocean, right?
Yes, correct, with an S.
Now, whereabouts in New Jersey are you located there, Kelly? Because I just have to ask you, you guys were devastated a little bit on the boardwalk, and then lately you just had the big fire. First it was Hurricane Sandy. The New Jersey people all got together, rebuilt this boardwalk, and then bang, just a couple of weeks ago, the big fire, right?
Oh, yes, totally. Seaside, yes, was devastated with a lot of the buildings burnt. Horrible. I had actually a shore house down at the shore that was sold before these incidents. Yeah, very, very devastating. And but our governor is getting in there and fighting for us, so it's good.
And we saw the
we're
people
right in Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Right, and we saw the people of New Jersey all band together. It was exciting to watch how people can come together, and it's a shame sometimes it takes devastation to bring people together. But they got back together. They built up the Jersey Boardwalk again, and then this fire took place. What do you think it did to the spirit of the people that live in New Jersey and work on that boardwalk? Some people lost businesses. I mean, that's their livelihood. They're vowing to get this going again. Is that correct?
Well, I think as well as, and I don't want to say the same thing that happened in Boston, but we are Jersey strong as well. We will get through this. Jersey people are tough, and we will get through this as we have any other tragedy that has hit New Jersey. So we're very, very strong and resilient, people.
So maybe these Diamond Kings don't know what they're really getting into, taking on a team from New Jersey. They don't know the wherewithal of these women and how they can conquer devastating events, and they're probably going to feel like this is a vacation day for them to take on the Diamond Kings, right?
Yeah, I think you might be onto something, but I didn't want to put it out there, but I think you're onto it, correct?
Well, LG's
of New Jersey, New York, so we're very, very tough ladies here.
LG's not as stupid as he looks. It doesn't take me long to catch on, believe me. When I put two and two together, I said, New Jersey, she's got the accent, she knows the governor over there, they got this devastating things that just happened year after year. They come back, they keep marching forward, and I think these Diamond Kings may be in for a little bit of a shock. That's what I'm starting to wonder.
You got that right. We got that right. New Jersey's strong, and our governor is strong as well. So
he's quite a character, though. What do you think? This Governor Christie, he really comes out. He says what's on his mind, and you really got to appreciate that.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
I tell you, I didn't like him. I didn't like him in the beginning. I thought he was too tough. He hadn't been in the state position very long, but I tell you, he is spot on. I would follow him into war anytime. He knows his stuff. I tell you.
And he's the kind of guy that can get you into a war too. That's what I'm laughing about.
Maybe he'll come to New York with us. Maybe he'll be with us at the game.
That's what I was just going to say. If you brought the governor with you, I'm sure he can incite some kind of excitement to get this thing going. But really, I'm starting to think that these guys might be in for a little bit more than they bargained for, taking on a team from New Jersey. And I'm gonna have to talk to Dwayne whenever he's accessible again. Obviously, he was inaccessible because I think they're scared. I think you brought up a good point earlier in the show. I think these Diamond Kings, that maybe they realized all of a sudden, holy smokes, this is a team from New Jersey, and we may have bitten off a little bit more than we can chew. What do you think, Robin?
Well, New Jersey has some tough ball. They always have through the years, from the Budweiser Bells, on over to the Lehigh Valley area there in Pennsylvania on the border. But, Jersey softball's been strong for years, and, it's great that they're coming up here to give our girls something to see. I'm happy to strap on a glove and a cleats, for a pitch or two or an inning or two with them. It's an honor to play with great ball players and those that know how to play the game well.
Yeah, and you're not that far. You're a bordering state to New Jersey, New York, and you probably know a little bit about what I'm talking about. These people, they just keep getting back up after you knock them down a few times, and they're tougher each time they get back up, aren't they? Yes,
I think sometimes you just kind of have to, fall off the horse, get back up, fall off the horse, get back up. Absolutely.
So I'm thinking that these Diamond Kings might have a little bit of a trouble here. At first I thought, and I'm sure that it happened years ago when Bobby Riggs was going to take on Billie Jean King in the tennis match, the Battle of the Sexes. People thought, oh, my God, a woman beating a man, it's not going to happen. And obviously it did happen. And now, 30-some years later, people were coming out and trying to say Bobby Riggs threw the match because he owed the Mafia money. There's absolutely no way that Kelly Dodson's team's going to try to throw anything. Is that right, Kelly?
Oh, no. We're going to fight all we can. We're going to give them holy heck there, I tell you. We're going to give them everything we can.
And I'm sure that the Diamond Kings would never throw a match. So I think you guys are in for a hell of an exciting afternoon of fast pitch softball. And once again, Robin, tell our viewers, how do they get there? When can they get there? And when this match is going to take place, this game.
All right, yeah, Sherrill, New York. It's the center of New York State, basically. If you get off exit 33 in Verona, there is a Turning Stone Casino there, and other hotels. There's Vernon Downs and some places in Oneida, but those are your key selling points there to find us. You get off exit 33, and you take a left, and you head into Oneida, and take another left into Sherrill, and we'll definitely, it's Googleable, and it's 2 minutes off the thruway exit.
Oh, that's easy to find.
And the game will start at 2.
2 o'clock. Once again, they're going to have the Battle of the Sexes, the New Jersey Waves against the Diamond Kings. And the Diamond Kings, in case you people don't realize this, they're gathered from all over the United States and parts of Canada. Some of these guys actually played with Eddie Feigner in the King and his Court. These guys have been involved in fast-pitch softball for a great number of years. This team has a big deal of experience behind it. There's guys like Derek Brown that have Derek Brown's pitching school up there in Michigan. He's a highly talented college coach. There's people down in Florida that are involved with these Diamond Kings. They have some institutions that teach this fast-pitch softball game down there. I mean, this is a talented team, and Kelly Dodson's showing a lot of encouragement this afternoon, or this evening, I should say, and she's ready to take on this Diamond Kings. Is there anything else you ladies would like to add that I might have missed? I mean, take it over from here, girls.
Kelly?
Go ahead, Robin. I think we've displayed how we're not scared of the Diamond Kings. We're here on the radio show, and it looks like Diamond Kings couldn't make it this evening. So that's all we got to say.
Well, maybe we could throw the crown on ourselves and claim ourselves the queens at this point.
The queens.
The Diamond Queens. That sounds pretty good, the Diamond Queens. But I tell you, I like the New Jersey Waves too. I mean, that's definitely.
The Jersey Waves are awesome.
But we definitely give you ladies the crown this evening because obviously the Diamond Kings have wussed out. They didn't show any guts to show up here tonight to debate this thing. Obviously, Dwayne Curtis is too scared to do it on his own. He couldn't do it, and they come up with this excuse about Justin losing his telephone, right, Kelly?
Yes.
I mean,
he lost his phone, and they had to go find their phone.
I just hope they remember their gloves and their bats come game day, because you sure the hell aren't going to furnish them, are you, Kelly?
Oh, no. We have ours. We're ready.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We had Robin Bumpus, the Kids for Kids softball tournament. It's going to take place in New York. Again, you could follow her on Facebook. I'm going to let Robin give us that Facebook name one more time, Robin.
It's Robin Bumpus-Penoyer.
There you have it, folks. And thank you, ladies, for joining us this evening. And I can't wish you nothing but the best. I hope you definitely contact me after the game, Kelly, and let me know what happens. And maybe we can do a show to follow up when the game's over. How's that sound to you?
Thank you so much for having us on, and thank you. That would be wonderful to be able to chat a little while and tell you how we beat them.
That'd be fantastic. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll put this show on YouTube later this evening, folks, and then you can look for it. I'll stick a link on your Facebook message there, Kelly, and you could share it on your page, and the same for you, Robin, okay?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, well, thank you, girls, and best of luck to you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was it. Go ahead, switch over, Leaf. And let's see. Hello. Anybody there? We calling the Cleveland Sports 360 show. Who we talking to?
Who do you think it is?
I have no idea.
I'm getting abused, man. What are you doing to me?
You're getting abused. Is this Dwayne Curtis?
Absolutely it is.
Well, my God, what was we supposed to do with you, man? We just got rid of the girls. We had the girls on the show, and it started looking like the Diamond Kings were scared to show up tonight, man.
No, of course we're not scared to show up.
You know, we had these girls on the show, Robin Bumpus-Penoyer and Kelly Dodson from the New Jersey Waves, and they've been on the show for a good, maybe way over half an hour. What the hell happened, Dwayne?
I had to go out, so I just got in. I heard 2 minutes of this and figured I better call in.
You had to go out. Hey, let me ask you a question. Where the hell did you go out to?
We had an appointment I had to go to, so couldn't make it, but I'm here now.
Well, these girls, they seem like they're pretty tough, man, and I hope you realize what you got these Diamond Kings into, man. This game's going to take place October 12th, 2 o'clock in New York. Are you guys ready to take on these women?
Man, they're pretty good. They're pros. I don't know. I know I talked to Justin. He was shaking in his boots a little bit, so...
Well, you know, this Robin Bumpus seems like she's got quite a bit of pitching experience, Dwayne.
She's very good. She's very, very, very good.
And obviously she's not the star pitcher for the New Jersey Waves, but she thought she might be inspired enough in the Battle of the Sexes match that's taken place to put the spikes on and take to the mound maybe for an inning. What's your thought on that?
That doesn't surprise me.
Now, Dwayne, they brought
They're
up...
going to be tough, Lair. They're going to be real tough. But you know what? It's for the kids.
They brought up an interesting point, Dwayne. And by the way, folks, this is Dwayne Curtis, one of the founding members of the Diamond Kings. For those of you that don't know Dwayne Curtis, he's up there near the Niagara Falls area in Canada, our neighbors to the north. And Dwayne's a pretty stand-up guy. He usually comes through in a pinch and all that sort of thing. And his partner, Justin Tersini, obviously is a little further north than Dwayne is. But, Dwayne, did you know that you got to follow the women's rules for this game? Pitching from the mound a little bit closer than you used to. You're not going to be able to do the normal hopping and jumping around that you guys do when you're throwing fast pitch. Are you aware of that fact?
No, actually I'm not, but that's negotiable.
Well, I don't think so, man.
Yeah, they're not messing around, eh?
The only way I think anything's negotiable is if you wear a skirt with panties underneath it, right, Leaf?
Oh, come on. Didn't you tear him up enough? Leave our buddy to the north alone. How you doing, Dwayne?
Good, Jeff. How you doing?
No, I'm hanging in here. Boy, I'll tell you what. LG was tearing you up. I think he was smoozing with these ladies. That's what I think he was doing.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I don't believe I was tearing them up. I was stating the fact that these guys didn't show up to do the interview, and you know, we were thinking maybe you guys were a little scared, Dwayne.
Well, we're a little nervous, of course.
The last
and
thing,
now I can see the comments coming saying, "Oh, you can't even beat a girls' team," but we're going to give her hell.
Who's saying that?
Oh, just people I know.
What if the girls do win?
I'll be the first one there to shake their hands.
No. I tried to warn these ladies. I said, this Brian Burroughs Ingalls, I says, he's a bit of a ladies' man. He might be trying to date some of the members of your team and throw you off guard a little bit. What are you going to do if that happens, you know?
Well, he's pretty talented that way. He's a good-looking guy. So, I mean, hey, if it works, we'll use it.
Right. That's what I'm saying, man. I think you guys are going to pull every stopper out you have, right?
Well, Kelly and Robin are tough girls, and I'm glad they're on our side. They're really helping us out, and it's huge.
Well, it doesn't sound like they're helping you out. It sounds like they want to kick your ass, Dwayne.
Well, of course they do, but there's iron's in the fire here. So, you know what? It's kids for kids, and that's really what it's all about.
Tell us a little bit about that, Dwayne. I know you guys are always the first people. The Diamond Kings are the first people to always jump on some kind of a bandwagon to help these kids, no matter what the kids' organization is or what in particular person's need may be. You guys are always behind it. It's a great thing. The Diamond Kings have never stepped away from anything like that, right?
No, absolutely not. And it's all really about keeping the sport alive, which I'm sure maybe you guys talked about earlier.
Yeah, we did. I brought that up. I said it seems to me like anybody that has had any fast pitch experience has this in their blood, and they just can't find a way to walk away. They're either teaching the game, bringing it up to the kids, trying to pass it down to the next generation. How did I do? Did I do halfway decent, Dwayne?
I haven't seen the whole show, Larry. I just called in now. I just saw 2 minutes before I called. So
no, but I have already noticed that anybody that has ever played the game of fast pitch just can't let it go. They always want to pass it on to the next generation. It's like in your blood, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I have 2 friends up here, really good friends. Sammy Forbes. He just won a gold medal in Torino. Michael Hearn. These guys are, almost 60 years old, if not 60 or more, and they just won't quit. And then you see Derek Brown with his academy. You see Eddie O'Coin down in Florida. You see Jody Henniger. I mean, it's once it's in you, it's hard to get rid of.
Right, and it's the same thing with these ladies. Like Robin was shedding a little bit of light on that and how she goes and tries to promote the game to different people at different schools and gets the youth involved. And it seems like a great sport, man. And passing it down to the next generation is just phenomenal, man. So tell me, where are the players coming from for the Diamond Kings for this particular match, October 12th?
You know what, Larry? I can't say because I've been told not to.
The same thing those ladies said. That Kelly Dodson said the same thing. We're not allowed to divulge that information yet, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's what she told me earlier. So I'm going to stick with that. It will be announced, just not right now because there's negotiations and stuff going on, right?
Right. So, it's a little gamesmanship going on there too. I mean, keeping a top secret roster, these people won't know how to prepare properly for this performance, will they?
I don't think so. I mean, we're sort of on the same page here, but I know those girls are going to bring 120%. You only need 100%, but I know they're coming for us, and we'll do what we have to do.
Are you a little bit apprehensive, Dwayne? Are you thinking maybe this is a little bit more than the Diamond Kings should have bit off, or do you think it's going to be fine and you got a good chance of winning the Battle of the Sexes here?
No, I think it's going to be fine, but you know what I'm really proud about is that we have Kelly and Robin with us. 2 quality ladies, and we're going to be fine.
Well, that's inspiring, man. I'm inspired because, something like this doesn't take place every day, especially the Battle of the Sexes, a men's fast-pitch team against a women's fast-pitch team. Obviously, Dwayne's a pitcher. He doesn't hit. He doesn't field out in the field like Justin Tersini does, but you've been in the middle of the mound and you got these balls flying at you a little bit and coming off a woman's bat. You may have to take extra precautions this week, October 12th, Dwayne. What do you think of that?
I think so. But the bottom line here is, you know what, Eddie Feiner, and you know this too, he sat me down eye to eye and he said, listen, keep this sport alive. So now with the help of Robin and Kelly and the things that we created, I think we're doing our part.
Well, it sounds phenomenal. Anything else you want to add, Dwayne?
No.
Nothing you want to say?
Quick and say thank you to Kelly and Robin for doing the show, and you guys too.
Well, thanks for coming on, Dwayne. I'm glad you managed to find your way, man, and it's been a pleasure speaking with you this evening. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for having us on.
How's our friend Berenda doing?
She's doing good, man.
What's Berenda think about this whole organization taking on a women's team, man? Is she pulling for the women? I mean, is this going to be a weekend where you guys are kind of divided? She might be on the women's side and voting against you? I mean, what's her thought process here?
She's totally on the woman's side.
Ah, see how quick they dump on you, man?
That's right.
I just got a Facebook from her. She already put $100 on the ladies.
$100
Yeah,
on the
there you
ladies
go.
team. Well, there you have it, folks. How many innings is this game, Dwayne?
It'll be 7.
Seven innings. Wow. Do you think you can pitch for 7 innings? Have you built up your stamina? You ready to go or what? I know you're coming back from an injury year.
No, I'll be okay. I'll be okay.
Okay, man. I'm anxious to hear how the result makes out. So you're gonna have to probably do a special appearance here on the Cleveland Sports 360 show once this game's over. Maybe by then we can get you and the girls on at the same time. It'd be an interesting show to hear the entire story from both sides. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, if we win, we'll come down and do a show. But if we lose, you'll never hear from us again.
Hey, you know what they say? Quitters never win and winners never quit, Dwayne.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, man. Well, God bless you. Good luck, and keep your chin up, and hopefully these girls don't beat the shit out of you. You know what I'm talking about?
I hear you.
And it's for the kids for kids in New York. You know, you can look up Dwayne Curtis on Facebook, or you can go. Give us the name of that website, the Diamond Kings on, what is it, Dwayne?
You can just go to www.diamondkings.com, and it'll take you to our link.
There you have it, folks. www.diamondkings.com. All right, Dwayne, have a good night. We're getting the hell out of here, man. That's about it for this evening, okay? Unless you got anything else you want to add.
Nope, that's it, boys. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Dwayne Curtis from the Diamond Kings. He made a surprise appearance. He couldn't get here when the show started, but hey, you know what they say, Leaf? Better late than ever. Do it in your Canadian accent. What did Dwayne have to say?
Hey, I'm not even going to go there. You know what? I'm just glad he called in. You know, Dwayne is a total gentleman. Those ladies, they were absolutely fine.
What do you call ladies? They're ladies. You know,
well, you know what? Both sides.
You can't say they were
ladies. They're there for this organization on October 12th, Kids for Kids, and that's nice. They want to go ahead and yeah, they want to go out there and get a win for either side, and God bless them both. I wish them the best of luck. But you know what? They're good people. I think it's going to be fantastic. I just wish I could go to it. I'd love to be there to see this, LG.
Oh, it sounds like it's going to be a fantastic game, and I think both sides want it just as bad as the other side wants it. And I got to tell you, Leaf, I'm a little bit concerned for the Diamond Kings. I think that these ladies mean business, man. You could hear it. You could hear it in Kelly Dodson's voice, and you could hear the confidence coming out of Robin Bumpus too.
It's going to be. I tell you what. Listening to both sides, and even though we only had Dwayne on for a few minutes, they're going to go ahead and they're going to show all those fans, all the people that go out there. They're going to show them a good quality game because they're both going to fight very hard, and their biggest thing is doing this for the Kids for Kids.
And you know, you gotta like the gamesmanship that's already taken place behind the scenes by neither team divulging the top secret roster.
I love that.
You know, Leaf. These are professional fast pitch players from all over the country, man.
Right.
This is not some schlock guys you pick up at a bar somewhere and put on Willowwick Cafe T-shirts and go out and play Sunday baseball. You know what I'm talking about?
I know
top-notch college female athletes that had a professional career. Some of these are great players, man. So, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us tonight on the Cleveland Sports 360 show. It's been my pleasure to host, as Leaf says, the New Jersey Waves, the female women's softball team, and we want to thank Kelly Dodson and Robin Bumpus-Penoyer for coming on and telling us a little bit about the Kids for Kids tournament that's going to take place in New York on October 12th. It sounds like it's going to be an exciting event. The Diamond Kings, they got stars from all over the United States and Canada. Some of these guys have made their entire life dedicated to fast pitch softball. This is going to be the Battle of the Sexes 2013. Thank God We're not going to be there, Leaf, because I don't want to break up any fights. You know how those cat fights can start. You never know what's going to happen.
There ain't going to be no fights. They're going to play like ladies and gentlemen, LG. You know that.
You never know. This is blood. This sounds like they're out for blood,
But it'd
man.
be nice
Even
to
it's for
see the
kids.
bench. You know what? They should have cleared the
bench
bench.
clearing.
Oh, yeah.
A bench clearing brawl. That's
be
all we
great.
need. Holy smokes. But ladies and gentlemen, don't forget tomorrow night, 6 p.m. right here on StreamingSportsTalk.com. Jeff Leaf, the host of the You Gotta Be Freaking Kidding Me show. Thursday night, don't forget, the Bishop, Abu Hezekiah Mujahideen, the Sports Outreach Ministry. We got a special guest coming all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada on October 3rd. It is none other than big-time contender Showtime Sean Porter, who just came off a big win with Julio Diaz. That'll be Thursday night, 7 p.m., October 3rd. Tune in right here for Sean and Kenny Porter joining the Bishop Abu Mujahideen on the Sports Outreach Ministry show. Good night. God bless you. Take care. We'll see you later. Bye.